After a 7-month-long battle, pressure is now mounting on Ukrainian troops holding out in the eastern city of Bakhmut. According to the latest reports, as the battle rages on, the Ukrainian army is trying to help civilians flee the city, which Russian forces have spent months trying to capture. A woman was reportedly killed and 2 men wounded while trying to flee over a makeshift bridge. Reports suggest the Ukrainian military may be mulling a controlled pullout from the city of Bakhmut. The British Defence Ministry has said Ukraine is reinforcing the area with elite units, while regular Russian army and forces of the private military Wagner Group have made further advances into Bakhmut's northern suburbs. The British military intelligence says Ukrainian forces have now moved to destroy strategic bridges near the city. Ukrainian soldiers are leaving no stone unturned to defend the city. Near the conflict zone, soldiers have been seen digging trenches. Soldiers from the 10th Brigade continue firing from French mortar heavy at a frontline position in the Donetsk region. They say the Russian firing has decreased as the focus has shifted to Bakhmut.
Та зараз у нас набагато легше трошки, чим раніше було. Зараз більше основні сили перейшли на Бахмут, але теж противник намагається нас штурмувати, наші позиції невеликими групами. І, звісно, артилерія, інколи пару разів на добу і авіація навіть б'є. Але нічого, ми тримаємось.
The chief of the Russian paramilitary group, Wagner, appeared in a video claiming to show coffins containing bodies of Ukrainian soldiers being shipped to territory controlled by Kiev.
Отправляем еще одну партию бойцов ВСУ к себе домой. Они сражались храбро и погибли. Поэтому очередная машина увозит их на родину.
Russia's defense minister inspected the area and met with the troops in the frontline regions in eastern Ukraine after the United States offered more support to Kiev. Their forces are, of course, as we said, struggling in Bakhmut. The Russian Defense Ministry has said Sergei Shoigu inspected an advanced command post in the direction of the south of the Donetsk region. The visit came with fierce fighting ongoing around Bakhmut, considered to be the longest battle of this conflict. The deputy mayor of Bakhmut, Alexander Marchenko, has said there was fighting in the streets, but that Russia had still not managed to take control of Bakhmut. For more on this story, we're now joined by Alexander Krebet, who is a reporter at the Kiev Independent. Thank you so much for speaking to WION. Now, we understand that this is a very, very difficult war for Ukraine to fight. But given that the Ukrainian forces have managed to put up tremendous resistance over the last 1 year since the war began, and with all the military support that has come in from NATO countries, why do you think we have a situation today where Ukrainian forces are getting hammered in Bakhmut? What is proving to be so challenging in this city?
Ukrainian forces are not getting hammered in Bakhmut in the eastern Donetsk province, so the Ukrainian forces are holding their positions in this not very strategic town since the last spring, for over the year of the Russia's full-scale invasion of Ukraine. And so far, according to Ukrainians' general staff, Russian forces are losing at least 800 troops in around Bakhmut and in the suburbs of the town of Vuhledar.
All right. Of course, you're right in saying that the Ukrainian forces are defending the city. However, things don't seem to be going their way. Of course, not only are civilians fleeing, there is also talk about how there might be a strategic and partial pullout by Ukrainian forces from Bakhmut. The question is, why is Bakhmut strategically so important in this war? And what could losing Bakhmut potentially mean for Ukraine?
Bakhmut, as I told you before, is not very strategic point in Donetsk region. It's more strategic to capture for the Russian troops as a PR stunt, let's say, because Russian troops, they need some advance in Ukraine in general after several retreats in northeastern Kharkiv Oblast and in southern Kherson Oblast. But for Ukrainian forces, losing Bakhmut will mean almost nothing, because other defense lines in the eastern part of Donetsk Oblast have the altitude much higher than the Bakhmut, which is going to be much easier to defend from the Russian advances.
All right, Alexander Kribe, thank you for speaking to WION.